It seems like all the worst nightmares of Wendy Williams' fans are coming true, and their favorite TV host is again under threat. An infamous couple of the century, Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson, are up to something malicious again, and they decided to unite their forces in getting cash from Wendy any possible. Well, knowing about growing concerns about Wendy's health, they may actually reach their goal this time and even shatter the TV diva even more. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. I keep my eyes on the most scandalous events in show business and always bring you the hottest updates. So Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson believe they got another chance to get to Wendy's money, and this couple of leeches united their forces in the hope to grab as much cash as they can while Wendy Williams goes downward. We all knew that they would be back in Wendy's life sooner or later, but their new scheme is beyond any level of atrocity. Well, if you want to get all the details first, make sure to stick with me until the end of this video. It seems like Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson fabricated those rumors about their separation because this couple is most certainly back together and plot something against Wendy Williams. They have been known for trying to get their hands on Wendy's millions for decades now, but since they've been officially cut off, they invented a new scheme allowing them to dig into Wendy's pockets. And the timing couldn't be better for them considering the recent speculations about Wendy's declining health and cancellation of all her upcoming projects. So it seems like this news smoothed out the tension between Sharina and Kevin, who were at each other's throats for a while now because of the financial woes. But the common goal of destroying Wendy and getting as much of her millions as they can united them again and reminded them of what they always wanted since the beginning. This couple is out there planning a new scheme, maybe putting the sickly TV host in rehab again, or even worse, getting rid of her entirely. And amid the recent health concerns and the possibility of a relapse, chances are quite high. Well, you all heard that a few days ago, Wendy was noticed drinking again, and as witnesses stated, she intended to get herself completely drunk that night. We may need to get our prayers way up for Wendy Williams, guys. It's been only 5 months since she left rehab, and her ongoing health challenges weren't even close to being dealt with. Nevertheless, she was seen club hopping in Manhattan, where she visited several venues, including Fresco by Scotto restaurant and the Townhouse Bar. According to the sources, who shared their story with Page 6, when the bartender asked her what she wanted to drink, she simply said, "Something to get me drunk." Maybe at that time, she already got the news about the podcast cancellation, and there was no one around to stop her from taking one Cosmo after another. Well, while all Wendy's fans expressed their deepest concerns, the only person who is happy to see her going downward is her ex Kevin, who perfectly knows about her drinking problem. I mean, we all know about it, but unlike Kevin and his mistress Sharina, we are not gloating over people's problems and don't think how we can use this to our advantage. Seeing Wendy ending up in rehab again, or even worse, this is what they need to claim her insurance money. And judging by their desperate state, they won't stop until they get more coins for their opulent lifestyle. Well, it's not opulent since the alimony checks stopped coming, and knowing how much they got used to living in luxury and spending idle days while checks keep flowing into their pockets, they will seize any opportunity to get more if, apparently, they are not going to settle with the pitiful allowance. Now, as Kevin announced, he deserves half of all money that Wendy has in her accounts. Shortly after being cut off, he told the reporter, "As the husband for 20 plus years and the creator of the Wendy Williams show, I was entitled to my half of everything that we had, just like any other couple divorcing." It's obvious that Kevin sees himself as a victim in this story, completely forgetting that it was his ongoing love affair that started everything. But he probably expected to sit in 2 chairs, living with his new family but receiving easy money from Wendy. Well, Kevin knows how much his ex-wife has, and it seems unfair to him that his share is being kept away from him while he goes through the hardest time of his life, basically living on the streets. As Kevin mentioned in his sob story, "These people have tried to starve me out. They have offered me a settlement at pennies on the dollar. I'm not going to let them get away with taking my money." Apparently, any money he has able to stash is running dry fast, and Kevin urgently needs to get on his gravy train again. Well, you've all noticed how prices are growing, but it seems like only Kevin and his girl Sharina don't want to deal with this situation like adults. And if this man seeks sympathy, well, he came to the wrong place because everyone sees his true colors and intentions. One of my subscribers commented, "He gotta try to bump her off for the insurance money. Then he will go to prison where he belongs. Desperate people do desperate things, and he pretty desperate things, and he pretty desperate." And another person added, "He should have been smart enough to save some of the money he was getting instead of acting as though he had an unlimited supply of Wendy's money." Pitiful! But Kevin already revealed his true nature after the divorce, when he decided to throw shade at Wendy and credit himself and even his mistress for the Wendy show's success. Nothing sacred is left inside this man, so no wonder that many people, including his own son, turn away from him. And seeing that the justice system is not on his side, Kevin is already thinking about going totally barbaric. I guess Wendy's health is not in his plans, and he expects he can get something from her as she drinks herself into oblivion. Well, with the rumors about Wendy's alcohol abuse coming back and her projects being canceled, my heart actually aches for the queen of talk. Her life and career have been ruined because of her husband's infidelity, and she struggled hard to get back into her purple chair. But it seems like we have to wait a bit more until we see Wendy Williams in her full glory. As one source close to Wendy told the media, it's strange because she is saying there is no podcast, but is also telling people she's going to return to TV. It's hard to figure out what is based in reality. With all the comeback plans falling apart, Wendy certainly doesn't deserve such an attitude from her ex-spouse, considering that she made him the man he is and gave him a job, fame, and power. While they were married, they looked solid and influential. And with Wendy's decision to divorce him, Kevin showed who he truly was, a pitiful shadow leeching off his ex-wife and trying to steal her money. Even their friends are stating that Kevin is nothing without her. But it feels like the entire marriage was just a game for him, and he felt comfortable living with the TV star. I mean, Wendy was into this relationship until the very last moment, and she even agreed to pay him alimony after the divorce, the kindness and generosity no cheating spouse deserve. So maybe it was Kevin and Sharina's plan all along. They know perfectly that Wendy has been struggling hard and her battles with health disorders and alcohol abuse seriously damaged her inside and outside. That's why they united to bring down the last offense Wendy has and claim her fortune. Rumor has it that if they can't lock her in rehab again, they will go to extreme measures and use her condition as an excuse to get to her money. As you know, Wendy holds a $1 million worth of insurance policy, which will go to her ex-husband in case of her untimely demise. Wendy must have truly loved this man if she agreed to that. And the only gratitude Kevin ever thought of is coming after his sickly wife and wishing her life, health, and mind to be completely ruined. I've never heard of such a pitiful and greedy person who wishes ill for his own ex-spouse because of the holes in his pockets. But with one step away from poverty, Kevin and Sharina are desperate to do anything now. They want their lavish lifestyle back where they could idly sip cocktails on the beach, choose a new idly sip cocktails on dine in fancy restaurants. But since they are too busy creating new leeching schemes, the idea of actually working never crossed their minds. Well, since Sharina cannot claim anything directly from Wendy, she stays by Kevin's side, waiting for this to play out and benefit them. But I guess she is also waiting for some incident that will take them closer to Wendy's millions. And by the look of it, our queen of talk is only a few steps away from falling into the abyss of her addictions again. While we all wish Wendy to get over her past addictions and launch that long-awaited podcast or any other project, it may be hard to get rid of these parasites, sucking her coins until the money well runs dry. I know that many people are truly concerned about Wendy's well-being, and with the increasing amount of threats from Kevin and Sharina, no one would believe in an accident. But hopefully, Wendy's attorneys know what they are doing, and her money is protected from her ex. One of my subscribers summed up all my thoughts in this comment. Hopefully, Wendy's attorney will block every attempt he makes to gain access to her money. Kevin deserves absolutely nothing from this point forward. And if you ask me, he shouldn't have gotten a dime with his trifling behind. He wants back and now because he's a scrub. And here's another thoughtful piece of advice for Wendy in this situation. One person wrote, press charges against him and stop responding to him. Come on, Wendy. Work with him for what? He and Sharina is planning what they're going to do. Stop all contact. But it seems like Kevin and Sharina are getting closer to their ultimate goal. And at this point, I see them only as menacing people who are ready to cross all imaginable lines and crash all obstacles on their way to luxury. And what do you reckon? Will Kevin and Sharina get any cash in Wendy's accounts, or are their plans futile? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other video about Wendy's wild outing on St. Patrick's Day. It seems like she definitely needs someone by her side to tell her to stop. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon with a new portion of gossip about your favorite celebrities